Hello everybody, welcome back to another Dokkan battle rant. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll get mad depending on how things go. But today we're gonna be talking about the Dokkan battle wastes, right? It's not exactly fumbles, right? This isn't stuff that can be easily fixable with an easy aim, right? I'm not talking about the stuff that is like, okay, Super Trunks dropped, but Andros and Cell Saga was awful. KO dropped, but there was no Universe 6 team. Part 2 Super Big when it should have been Kefla. Things like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the stuff that I personally view as a waste of good animation and maybe developer time. So first thing first, we're gonna pull up STR Dragon Fist. Let's see. So this guy here. So this guy is like, to me, he's like the poster child for what the hell were they doing, right? Not only did they not give the guy who did the Dragon Fist the KO screen, but they gave it to Gogeta instead. Like, I'm jealous. The thing that makes me so mad is that the question is why? Why? They waited how many years? This guy, if we go to like the canon timeline JP, right? If we go to JP, we'll get a more accurate, of his release date. So he didn't actually release in 2024. He released in 2023. Another 2023 L. Of course, good sticker though. But like, if we pull up the Majin Buu saga, here's all the Majin Buu saga units, right? So there's this guy, and where is Tech Dragon Fist? He's gonna be here somewhere. Oh, this is the JP tone, isn't it? I don't see him. I don't see him. Huh. Okay, since we're gonna go back to global, since I'd have to type Super Saiyan 3, and I don't know what the Super Saiyan 3 like kanji text. I'm not sure. So I'm looking for this guy here. So this guy, he came out 2018, right? 2017, I think December in JP, right? This was Toshi's era, where it's like unfeatured LR. Good luck getting him. And we look at the Ultra Super Attack, right? Look at the Dragon Fist. Now, for its time, this was probably pretty good. I don't know. It's probably very good for its time, considering what they were working with. But as you can see, this doesn't really look all that great, right? It looks good, but it doesn't look all that great. And then we come over here to Dragon Fist Standby. The standby animation looks good, but if we look at the finish skill, this is like, it's like, it was okay. Now that we think about it, with the power of hindsight, it was good, but you can see they kind of cut corners a lot. I don't, and like, where's Goku? Where's the KO screen? Why does the unit from 7 years ago, wait, is it 7? I think it's 7. No, what am I talking about? Wait, no, I think it is. No, not 7. It would be like, this guy dropped in 2023, so it's like 5 years. Yeah, not 7, because we're in 2025, right? So like, why does a unit from 5 years ago have? It's not a real KO screen, because if you actually do it, the KO pops up and it's not like a true KO screen, like Blue Gogeta's 12 key. But like, why doesn't this guy have the KO screen, but Gogeta got it instead? Like, I don't know. And like that as well, you can see the asset change. I don't know what that is, but like it doesn't look as good as it should. This guy, to me, is a wasted release. He needs a new card. He needs a new card. Because they did him dirty. They did him really dirty, and I don't like it. The Dragon Fist is my favorite move in the series. It's probably the coolest move in the series, and they just completely threw him away. They did. He was good. He was certainly good, but I mean, he needs a new card, and they need to do him justice. Anyway, going back in for another one. Another Majin Buu Saga L. This is not truly a waste, right? This one is something. It's not a waste, but another of if we're calling this guy not a waste, like if we're calling Dragon Fist a waste, then this guy is not. This is not about the kit or anything like that. This is about the animation. Because if we go to the standby version, this first version here, truthfully, I have never seen this. I have never ever seen this in game. Because you have to go out of your way, so far out of your way, in order to see Gohan do his one Kamehameha, right? Where he jumps back, he jumps back and it's like, Broly, you're going down. And he's like, Kamehameha. It's like no one's standing there. What is he doing? So like, schizophrenic Gohan here thinks he's seeing someone when no one's really here. Well, some kind of invisible man. Anyway, this second version here, this is what really bugs me. Because if we look at this, you can see they made this beginning portion for no reason. Because when they do the Brotherhood version, it just starts from here. What's the problem, Amatsu? Are they just throwing money away at this point? Like, maybe they're making enough money to where they can do this, and it feels like a waste to me. So here we haven't even played the part that I'm talking about. So here's we see that there's Gohan. It's a bit of a struggle, and then Goten comes running in. I'm here, Gohan. It's okay. I'm here. Brotherhood. Ha! Right? Siblings bond, am I right? Look at them standing there. But then you get to the big one. And once again, they start from the cut version. What's the problem, Amatsu? So, my question to you, the viewer, and to Amatsu, is why even bother? It's not. Well, now that I think about it, it's not really a why even bother question. It's more of like, why didn't they combine all three, right? Think about it. This is like top 5 best animations in the game. Top 3 maybe. It's up there with like, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. It's up there with Gogeta's Dragon Fist. Well, not Dragon Fist. Gogeta's 18 key. Yeah, not the Dragon Fist. Look at that, man. This is supposed to be family. We have the first version, Gohan on his own. Then Goten comes running in, and then Goku shows up. The power of wishes, right? It's just got me thinking. I really feel like they wasted it. I feel like they wasted their development time. Because this should have been in the final version. They cut it anyway. They cut the beginning portion, which means you never see this. You intentionally have to hold back in order. It just feels like a waste to me. It feels like a waste. Now, if we go into a different example, we can pull up Jiren. Jiren, this is different because this is not a waste. if we're talking about a waste, we're talking about that family Kamehameha, first version, second version, because you don't want that. You don't want the first version Gohan on his own. You don't want the Brotherhood Kamehameha. It'd be like, oh, guys, I can hit the Brotherhood Kamehameha. Let's see it. And then you reset the turn, and then you grab the 7th Dragon Ball, and then you one-shot the boss. That's what they did. Mr. Kill the boss before they kill you. That was him. He was him for a short time. But this is not a waste. You know, this is a little bit of like, I just wanted to play this animation. I just wanted to play this animation. Because this right here, they managed to fit his backstory into his eye, right? Where else were they going to put it? Jiren with an intro? Jirens don't have intros. No way. Topos have intros. Anyway, like this, the thing that bums me the most is that the OST is so good, right? But you never hear it in game. Because what are you going to do? You're going to go back to base Jiren? No way. You're just going to stick it in the standby version. You're either going to stick it in the standby for an extra turn, or you're just going to transform, right? Now, of course, you know, it just feels like this is not a waste. This is not a waste. I don't really have many more examples. Like things that they can't fix. Oh, wait. They thought they'd escape the gun just because they're good. They thought Amatsu really thought he cooked here. No, he didn't. I think this is not the worst thing ever done. I'd be biased if I said they were. If I said it was. In my opinion, the worst thing they've ever done was KO and Super Buu. No sense whatsoever. But we won't get into that. This right here, this Potara animation, like it's a nice thing. Here's Vegito Blue, but like I talked about how stuff like that can't be changed with an EZA. This falls under that, right? Because the reason why I see this as a waste is because dodge cancelling isn't really super duper relevant right now. So this ability right here, it's a nice ability. You know, Goku gets 20%, they get 20% attack and defense. But not only is it like a selfish ability, but it's not really super duper relevant. And if they want to make this relevant, they got to give us more dodge cancelling fights. But look at the units they've given us, right? You think we want to put Chilai in there? You think we want to put Ranfine in the gauntlet? You think we want to throw Caulifla in there? Yamcha? Anine? All of them got dodge chances. No way. You think we want to throw, you know, full dodge Legion of Shadow Dragons in here? Baby? This guy, I think he's got some dodge. Pan's a dodge character. Gohan and Goten and Trunks, once you exchange, they're a dodge character. These two, dodge or die. You see what I mean? So it's like, the reason I see this Vegito Blue animation as a waste is just because not only you'd see it because you want to, right? That's the reason. But the father-son Gallic gun is what you're looking for. This is what you want, right? The Vegeta side. So to me, I think what they should have done is they should have just made this something else. They should have just made this something else and just completely get rid of Vegito. Because the thing that really rubs it in is that if we go to Dokkan info and we go to events, we go to challenge, we go to the special battle. If we click this, right, you can see they put a title here, Chaos Shattering Power. You know, one last screw you to Vegito fans. I remember when they dropped the tweet about this, right? I think it was a new title. People were like, who's that guy on the left? Who's this guy on the left? Is he playable? And guys, I know, but I'm not overblowing this. I am not overblowing this because after what they, it's like I know everyone said it over and over and over and over again, but when they're giving us standalone G4, but then this guy is just an active skill, right? But then they have the audacity to use his artwork like he's playable. It's disgraceful. And it's a bad look, in my opinion. They made their money, but to me, Amatsu will always be a villain. He will. There's that. But then, this isn't just about releases, right? This isn't just about the units in the game. This is more than that. Because me, guys, you know, I love the violin. This title screen orchestra version, why didn't they put this in game? You know, it's small things like that that really makes the game a little bit more enjoyable. You know, that bit more enjoyable, right? The 10-year anniversary of Global, right? To me, I think to top it all off, they should have put this in game. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off. I don't want to play the song, so I'm just gonna. I'll just do that so you can see, you know, we're already playing it, right? But if we go through these comments here, look at this. We are Dokkan. This guy knows what's up. It's like, where did you find this? Will there be a data download? Like, where is this play in game? And it doesn't play in game. It doesn't. You know, they made a really incredible rendition, right? I think that's what they call it. A rendition of the title screen theme, right? I'm the kind of guy where it's like I could sit on the title screen and it's like, damn, you know, it's really been 10 years of Global Dokkan. I've only been here for 3 of them, right? 4 if we, I think, yeah, because technically I started in like February 2022, so it's been 3 years, right? It's been 3 years in my Dokkan career, and like just being able to sit there, you know, with the violin going crazy, and it's like, wow, you know. But they didn't put it in game. Even if it's just like the last few days of GDC, I really think, like, instead of getting We Gotta Power for the 50th time ever, it's like, why couldn't they have just put this in game, you know? I don't know. But this is the reason I made the video, right? It wasn't, you know, Family Kamehameha, it wasn't Dragon Fist, it was this. But I needed a way to make the video longer, because it's like, I might as well talk about as much as I can. But yeah, it's just that, like, this is my biggest disappointment. This really is, because of course you can just download the song and listen to it yourself, but it's the experience that makes it. You know what I mean? I played Dokkan for the OST animation combo. I don't just play Dokkan for the OST, because if I did, why would I summon ever? Why would I open the game? I would just go on YouTube like a normal person, right? But the fact that it's Dragon Ball, the OST, the animation, the nostalgia, that's what makes the game, right? So it's like, if I can sit there on the title screen and it's like, damn, I remember all the fumbled releases Amatsu blessed us with. It's like, it's just, you know, a little bit extra, you know? But they didn't do it. What this is, the way you heard this is, if you watch the live stream, I'm pretty sure it's only part 1. I'm not sure if it's part 2. But if you watch the live stream, they played this right before the live stream started, and it was really good. I really wanted to hear this in game, but I guess that's it. There's only so much I can talk about, and it's like, this isn't really a rant, because I'm not trying to raise my voice, get mad or anything. I'm just disappointed. But that's all. I guess I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.